Look at
Wait, I didn't see you there.
Welcome to Highly Questionable. She's never paying attention when we start the show. This is my father, Gonzalo. That's Mina Kimes. What do you like on the show today, Mina?
The most dramatic practice in NBA history.
Yes, it's pretty good. Dale, papi.
Does Jimmy Butler's behavior make it more or less likely he will be traded?
All right, the Timberwolves loved all of the coverage so much yesterday that they shut down practice today and just canceled it because they don't want this nonsense. This orchestrated hit by Jimmy Butler and his team to make a big show and make the rounds, a tour of grievances to make public pressure greater on this organization. I can't imagine how much this wounds Tom Thibodeau because his power decreases by the day in every respect, and he's the most powerful executive that is also a basketball coach you're going to find anywhere in the NBA, and it's been undermined totally by this guy trying to get out of there.
So Butler is walking a bit of a tightrope, right? Because he's simultaneously trying to force his way out of his current job by alienating his boss and his teammates, which mission accomplished, while also auditioning for a new job. And from a basketball perspective, I think he proved his point, but from a team-building perspective, I'd be a little bit concerned, right? Especially because this is the second time he's actually clashed with some younger players. You might remember it happening in Chicago as well. And if I'm the GM or the coach of a team with some young guys, I'd be a little bit worried about bringing in the guy who just snatched Karl Anthony Towns' soul and broke Andrew Wiggins' spirit forever.
Well, that's interesting, though, because imagine Thibodeau's frustration. This is specifically the guy you wanted to bring in to lead those young people. He was the missing piece because your locker room needed his leadership. That blew up in Thibodeau's face really fast.
So Jimmy Butler also told Rachel Nichols that he thought Tom Thibodeau was somewhere in a room smiling in reaction to this, which I kind of find believable. Like, Jimmy Butler could get in a car and run over Thibodeau, and Thibodeau would be like, yeah, that's how you do it. Gritty.
I think that was a block on me, wasn't it? The car? That was a block on me, right?
You know, Jimmy is saying that he wants to win, but he wants to be traded to the Knicks, the Nets, or the Clippers. You know, I mean, they're not going to win, so I don't know where he's coming from, you know?
Now, wait a minute, if we're being honest, right? Also Miami, which also isn't going to win, but he would never say that. He would never say it.
How should LeBron feel after beating the Warriors last night?
This is a really ridiculous question to be the second question on the sports show, but now we talk about a second NBA scrimmage type situation. We go from Jimmy Butler to the scene in Vegas last night where you've got LeBron James enjoying a victory over the Warriors. But what's interesting about this, and maybe the only thing that's interesting about it, is the scene around LeBron James, the current, the poll. This is what you love in the Lakers where Magic Johnson is courtside. This is what he grew up around, bringing the Showtime Lakers back, even in a diluted incarnation that has a crazy Lance Stevenson here and a JaVale McGee there. They are an event now, and they are an event solely and exclusively because the guy decided to join forces in a place where he wants to also make movies and create a media empire.
So I didn't watch this game. It's a preseason game, sue me. But I did see a clip of Lonzo Ball attempting his first shot circulating on the internet. And here we go from three.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, that was not great, but it turns out you should not base your opinions of things based on a single clip on the internet, because after that, Lonzo was actually pretty good, and when I watched the highlights, I was struck by how fast and strong the Lakers looked and how Brandon Ingram appears to be a budding star. So should LeBron be happy? Yes. His team is solidly in contention for second place in the West.
This is what I'm going to tell you, though, because I hear a lot of people out here saying, are the Lakers going to make the playoffs? Will they get to 45 wins in a tough conference? What is going to happen with this team this year is we're all going to see how great LeBron James is, and then everyone on the Lakers is going to get appreciably better, and we're going to be floored by the Balls and the Ingrams, how much better they look because they get to play with this guy.
Oh, he better enjoy that win last night because that's the only win that he's going to get against the Warriors all season long. That's good. That's my prediction.
All right.
You better enjoy, throw a big party, and stay on it for at least 2 or 3 months because that's all you're going to get.
Right. Vegas, throw that party about that exhibition victory.
Are the Eagles screwed if they lose tonight?
Of course she's not ready. You got to be ready around here, man. So the Eagles play important football in a really bad division. And everyone in that division has regressed, including the Eagles. But the Eagles have a starting point far in front of everyone else. Dallas is a good deal worse. Washington is diluted, and you know the Giants are in turmoil. This team is a lot better than anything in that division. This team is coming out of that division.
This is a pre-taped show. They don't have to include this stuff. I just want to let you know. The Eagles are 2-3, which is why everyone's panicking, because last time a Super Bowl champion came out 2-3 was 2006. However, they lost those 3 games by a combined 11 points. This team is still good. They're just slightly worse in every way. The offensive line is a little bit worse. The secondary is actually a lot worse. Carson Wentz is still coming back, and they don't have a running back. All that said, they are a much better team than New York. So if they lose this game, yeah, I'd be panicking.
Oh, I have a prediction for tonight's game. I know precisely what Dila is going to do.
What?
2 yards.
Oh, here we go.
3 yards.
Yeah, my father
4 yards.
Yeah, he's been doing
Minus
it all week.
1.
Yeah.
3 yards. 4 yards.
Yeah.
6 yards.
Ooh, big game.
Minus 2.
Oh.
Well, that would go fast.
Fumble.
Oh, whoa.
Fumble.
Whoa.
3 yards.
3 yards.
4 yards. 2 yards.
Yeah.
Interception.
Come back and
Another one.
Okay.
Another one.
What? Really?
Come back with strong with a 3-yard pass.
Oh, he came back. He bounced back from the 3 interceptions.
Should Hugh Jackson really be worthy of bandwagon fans?
Okay, really? This is the position we're in? She was again not ready to start the segment. Really? Hugh Jackson is in a position where he's saying Snoop Dogg is coming to his practice. And while he's welcoming Snoop Dogg because he's known him for years, he's also saying we don't want any Johnny-come-latelys. I've seen what the bandwagon looks like. We'll circle the wagons in the face of it, and we will not take any people who are Browns-come-lately. Mina, this is the wrong guy to be saying this, given his record the last 2 seasons. He should be celebrating any fan who supports him as the head coach of the Browns, because it's really rare to have 2 seasons like the 2 he just had and still be employed and have words that we care about.
This guy. All right, let's talk a little bit about bandwagoning, right? Because everybody loves the Browns. They're America's team. Everybody loves Baker Mayfield. They're young, exciting quarterback. But you know what happened this spring? Hugh Jackson came out and said, Tyrod Taylor is our quarterback. I don't care what happens. Then Baker Mayfield came in, and he didn't let him compete for the job. In fact, he only got a shot, as you may remember, when Tyrod Taylor got hurt. Hugh Jackson bandwagoned his own quarterback. He cannot tell any fans not to do the same. He is lucky to have a job.
Whoa, that was very strong. Whenever you're pounding on the table, you're bringing heat, baby.
Did Allen Hurns throw Dark under the bus by insisting he wasn't throwing him under the bus?
So Cowboys wide receiver Allen Hurns defended the honor of the much maligned wide receiver corps by saying, hey, we're getting separation, which right now everybody in Dallas is kind of throwing everybody under the bus, including the owner, Jerry Jones, who knows a thing or two about bad behavior on buses. Google Jerry Jones, Team Blandino, if you don't know what I'm talking about. He actually went on the radio earlier this week and said the Cowboys haven't had a number 1 wide receiver in years. It's almost like he could have done something about that as the owner of the team. Anyways, he's right, and Allen Hurns is right. Sometimes they've been open, but they also tipped 2 passes last week, so it's not entirely Dak's fault either. Basically, this entire offense is broken, and everybody deserves
Well, I was
to
going to
blame.
say, she brought a lot of nuance to the discussion. I'm just sitting here looking at offense, and they look constipated, trying to move the football. And so who's responsible for that constipation? Everyone. And when that constipation is over and they've scored 16 points, Jerry Jones is going to question his coach. Why? Because none of their players on offense are very good, and they produce said constipation.
Pretty much the only person enjoying this is Des Bryant.
I'm sure that Jerry Jones knows a thing or two about constipation.
Okay, there we
When you
go.
get that
Not a
ball,
place
you know,
I was expecting us to go.
He understands.
I don't know. Is that something that comes with age? Okay.
Believe me, at my age, you know a lot about
All right, my
constipation.
father's a constipation
Yeah.
expert. You can buy his video, his new video, where he gives you his constipation expertise. For how much, Poppy?
$9.95,
There
because
you
they're
go.
not moving very well lately, you know what I mean?
Get it?
Get it?
Get
Get
it?
it?
Dad joke. Dad joke.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
And something's going to crawl out of there because it's drowning now.
It's going to be a hairy ending,
A hairy ending, my father says, not a happy
What is
ending.
that?
It is yes, it's an insect of some sort. I'm rooting for something larger like a possum or a raccoon.
I don't...
What is it?
That's so gross.
Gagging reflex. What is it? It's got many legs.
Ah!